Hello lovely people, and welcome back to my channel and to a new channeled message. My name is Evelyn Barta, and today's guidance is from the Galactic Federation of Light. Those of you that haven't heard about the Galactic Federation, they are a council of extraterrestrial beings that are looking after Earth and are looking after our galaxy and are very involved in our ascension process. So they are benevolent beings, and yes, so I connected to them this weekend because I felt like there's information that they want me to deliver to those that are watching my videos. And I didn't want specifically to channel anything because this connection happened just before I decided to go to my friend's place. So I was away this weekend. So I received this download from them that I need to connect them before I leave the house. And so I did. And the information was coming super fast. So there was a lot that they were trying to say and told me as well. And prior to the channeling and even after that, so basically all weekend, I did have this anxious feeling again about something is approaching, that something is coming. I already talked about this in my videos that I did have this feeling some time ago, like a month ago, and now it came back, this anxious feeling of, I don't know how to explain, but and this knowing as well that something is coming, something is close. I don't like to say that we are in the middle of World War III, but in a way it's a World War III. It is a war of information, and it's a spiritual war that is happening below the surface, beyond this physical and material reality, on higher levels of consciousness, on higher dimensions. It is a war between light and darkness, between freedom and enslavement, and it's playing out in the society right now on a quite big scale, but it will continue to play out on an even bigger scale. And we see signs of that already. This weekend was crazy with all the protests that were happening around the world. People standing up for themselves and people claiming their sovereignty and questioning the official narrative. And this is what is happening. And these protests are all peaceful. And what is funny is that whenever there's a peaceful protest, there's always police involved. And there's always like some provocation from the police. And they are showing those images in the mainstream that people are fighting the police, when in reality they are fighting back the police. And they also try to ridicule those people that are on the streets and are trying to portray the whole situation as being insignificant. And instead of saying that, oh, they were like a few hundred thousands of people on the streets, they say that, oh, there were just a couple of thousands of people on the street trying to protest against the injection and trying to cause chaos and conflict. And they are either showing images of weirdos or are interviewing people that are a little bit confused about the situation. So they don't even know what they are protesting against. So yeah, we all know the cheap, ridiculous tactics of the mainstream media. But what is amazing is that more and more people are seeing through that and are questioning the narrative. And the other day I was seeing a video of the first festival that was open in the UK. And they were interviewing only those people that are agreeing with the system and are agreeing with the fact that we have to get the injection, more of us, because this will give us freedom and this will give us the opportunity to do whatever we want. So this way they are trying ridiculously and so obviously to push for their agenda, and you really have to be asleep not to realize what is going on and what is this all for. And they are so ridiculously are underestimating the majority of people. However, they know that we are enough of us now that are empowered enough to fight back. And we are not stupid, and many of us know that this has never been about the virus. This has never been about caring about people's health. This has always been about them and their agenda. And they're trying to really push with their ridiculous propaganda for that agenda and for achieving whatever they want. And it's so obvious and it's really grotesque. But yeah, there are more and more people, and I'm so happy that many are going out on the streets and are empowered enough to stand up for themselves. And as I said, we will see that on an even bigger scale in the future. So the Galactic Federation is talking about that counter force as well, which we are seeing happening, that they are trying to pull us back. And I will read the message for you. And they are also talking about the importance of us paying attention to signs and our intuition these days. And their message is quite similar to what they already delivered, and I have a video where they talked about intuition and paying attention to the signs. You will find a video there. I will link it there. It's called Don't Ignore the Signs These Days or something like that, that video. So you can watch that as well to have a better insight about what they are talking about if you haven't watched that video yet. Okay, so what I will do, I will read the message for you now. And after I read the message, I will show you 3 oracle cards, which I pulled after receiving this guidance from the GFL. They gave me this nudge to pull a few oracle cards and to ask about the energies of the collective, where we are standing at the moment. So I will show you those 3 cards that are reflecting the energies of the collective at the moment. And what I will do, I will pull another card now after reading this message, and let's see what the energies of August are. So I will get into the message now, and then after we can talk about those oracle cards, and that will be like a double guidance. So this channeled message is from this weekend, from the GFL, from the 25th of July 2021. And they said, fear not the change. Fear not the opportunities that are being presented now in your life. And know that anywhere you go, you will be just guided by the highest realms and the highest frequencies. So you can safely move forward in your life without listening to outside sources, but focusing only inwardly on your inner guidance and what your inner voice is telling you at this time. Your intuitions are very important at this time to be listened to, because they are holding valuable information about the next steps that you need to take in order to be in the safest place for you and to feel in the safest way with those that you love. We are here to tell you that anything that is emerging from you and anything that is emerging from the society at this time is guided by the highest sources. So there's nothing to be feared, but to be followed up with the realization that you are the guidance. You are the captains of your own ships, and you are the ones that know very well which steps need to be taken forward. Because you will be receiving intuitive messages about your next steps and the upcoming period of time. So all you need is to connect inward, to set aside everything that is the outside world and all the information that is not coming from very high frequencies. And you will know them because of the way that you are feeling about them. You will know them because your inner guidance will signal you what is low vibrational and what is high vibrational. All those messages that are coming at this time will hold both of those 2 frequencies as well, but you will be able to decide which are the ones that are serving your best interests, which are the ones that are serving the collective, and which are the ones that are coming from love. You will know which are those frequencies that need to be listened to and need to be followed. As we are here and as we are providing with this information for you now, you will also know by listening to this message if those frequencies are in resonance with your frequency. And you can discern for yourselves if the messages that you are receiving are resonating or not. And resonance is always coming from the inner self, the inner voice, and the inner feelings and emotions that are emerging. If they are joyful, if they are showing you intuitively that you are being guided, you are being loved, if they are giving you the sense of safety, understanding, and unity, then those are the messages that are of the highest realms and the highest vibrational frequencies. It is very crucial for you to ask for guidance these days, because August will come with interesting and valuable energies for you all. And you will understand what we are talking about here, because you will feel that shift within yourself. You will feel that feeling emerging from you that is telling you that you are at the best place and at the right time here. These times are chosen by you, and you will be of immense service for others and immense help for them. This road has been chosen by you, and your planet has reached a point where you can finally harness those goals and those aspects of yourself that are serving the whole. When you feel like you are being nudged by something greater than you, know that your spirit guides and your galactic families are wanting to communicate with you, and those guides that you feel the most comfortable with, those are leading the way to you right now. and those are assisting you on this journey. These are not easy times. These are those crossroads that you have been waiting for hundreds and thousands of years. They are times which many people were talking about prior to your incarnation. You knew that these are the times that which you have incarnated on this planet for, to experience them and to be of service. And these very confusing and chaotic energetic frequencies that are all around the world will be cleared as soon as all of you will understand your purpose here. So many people are on so many different levels of consciousness and vibrating on different levels. And that is the reason why the energies feel so chaotic. That is the reason why there's so much confusion. And that is why you feel like you cannot find your way out of this entanglement of emotions and of events. Yes, there's a lot of suppression, and you are sensing that correctly. There's a suppression coming from your government, and there's an agenda taking place at this very moment. Millions of your people are aware of that and are trying to prevent the agenda from happening. But the only thing that you can do is to find joy in your everyday moments. We know that is not easy. We know that you are being pulled back energetically from the path that you feel the most comfortable and joyful on. We know that there's a lot that you are trying to let go of, and that you are trying to indulge yourself in the delights of this world and the blessings that you have. There are some counter forces that are trying to pull you back and keep you on low vibrational frequencies, to keep you in fear and in alerts all the time, urging you to focus on survival. These attempts are enforcing the imbalance of your lower chakras, your lack of safety in the world, and your suppression of your own creativity and your ability to express that creativity. This counterforce is trying to keep you on these low frequencies, but we are here to assist you to find empowerment in the smallest victories, to find joy in the beauties of the nature, in spending time with your loved ones, with practicing those activities that are making your hearts feel joyful. We are here to assist you to create the path that is allowing you to do that. There is a restructuring taking place and will continue to take place in the upcoming months before you enter in 2022. And it will not be an easy journey to many of you, however you are aware of that. But these are the times which you have chosen and which will empower you to understand who you are, to remember that, and to empower you to have the goal of this planet, the unity consciousness, compassion for all the souls, and a feeling of oneness. These are those qualities that the central governmental systems are trying to suppress in you and to make you feel that you aren't valuable enough and you are powerless. There are many tactics with which they are trying to suppress the divine within you and the ability to be in the present, to feel free on this beautiful planet. They don't want the unity consciousness to take place. They don't want you to enter in the fourth density consciousness, which is happening nonetheless. And it's happening because you have created that experience collectively. So focus on empowerment in your very close environment and relationships. Focus on setting boundaries, focus on acceptance and love for yourself by putting yourself on the first place. And please drop that distorted belief that when you are taking care of yourself and you are having strong boundaries, that is a selfish act. And it's an act that is only serving you. It's not true. That act will set examples for many people around you. Focus on your perception of yours and the feelings that are emerging whenever you are in the presence of certain individuals, whenever you are in the presence of groups of people, how you feel about interacting with those groups, and how you feel about yourself in those moments. Pay attention to how you feel about what is going on in the world from the news. And this is how you practice discernment. The voice of your hearts are telling you what you need to focus on, what is the right place for you to be, what is the right choice for you to make, and what are the right steps to take. It is not the mind that is telling you these things. Your minds can be altered, but your hearts never change. You will be given impressions and feelings, and all of you will receive intuitive messages in a way that is the most optimal for your physical bodies and senses to translate those messages. So look out for synchronicities and meanings in messages, in conversations with others, in symbols. And you will receive communication in your dreams as well. And trust yourselves that you are able to discern which are coming from higher consciousness. Your spiritual team is there for you, guiding you to make the choices that will help you play out your role here and your soul's mission on Earth. So this is all we can say for today, and we are the Galactic Federation of Light. Peace with you all, and stay in the love and in the light of the infinite creation. Yeah, that was a nice guidance and a very empowering guidance from the Galactic Federation of Light. And there's a lot of emphasis put on the importance of us listening to our inner guidance and to any message, any intuitive feeling that is rising up, because they are holding valuable information. And this is very important for us to do because, as I said, it's not the first time that they are delivering information about that, and they are urging us to do that. As I said, there's another video if you want to watch that, do that, where they talk about how important it is at this time to listen to that inner guidance, because it will tell us where we need to be at this moment, which part of the world, which people we have to be with. These are important times when there's a lot of restructuring happening, and that restructuring is taking place, first of all, energetically, and that is why the energies feel so chaotic and so all over the place, so intense. So they really want us to focus on our inner guidance and anything that is emerging these days, all the intuitive symbols, signs, conversations we need to pay attention to. Okay, so let's get into this oracle card reading. And first of all, let me show you the cards that I pulled this weekend after I channeled the message from the GFL. And this is the deck. This is the deck that I was pulling the cards from. And these were the 3 cards that I pulled this weekend, so I hope you can see it. So the first is the Wizard of Awareness, and then Cleaning House. There's a little cat there, so cute, it's like my cat. And then the Solitude card reversed. And let me read you from the guidebook what is Wizard of Awareness is about, because it's really interesting what it's saying, and I think it applies perfectly to the current situation in the world and our position as well. So, Wizard of Awareness. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you are experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be, and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Yeah, so I love it. I love it because it is making a lot of sense, and it's telling us so perfectly that we can experience this shift without being directly involved in it emotionally. So we can experience this shift from position of detachment, of observing but not reacting directly to anything that is taking place right now, because things are unfolding perfectly, and everything that is going on around us and all those news from the media want us to react and have this fearful reaction to things. So we are being easily controlled if we are in a fearful state, in a state of survival. But look at this guy. This guy is sitting there and he's observing. He's observing without being emotionally involved in whatever is going on. So the best way to empower ourselves is really to be in this place of neutrality. And when you are in that place of neutrality, you can gain a lot of clarity about what is going on and your purpose as well. And this is what the Galactic Federation was saying as well, that when our purpose becomes clear on this world, then all these chaotic energies will clear out. And the other card that I pulled after the channeling was Cleaning House. And this card is talking about all those negative beliefs, those blockages, those baggages and karmas that we have been carrying with us from lifetime to lifetime up until this point, where the energies of the planet are allowing us to release them, to clear them up. And clearing up karma and releasing things that no longer serve us, the clutter, requires always a lot of honesty with ourselves and a lot of authenticity, because we cannot bring those baggages with us to the new earth. We have to come lightly and we have to free ourselves from everything that was holding us back for so many generations. So we are the generation that can break the wheel and we can create a new cycle. So I love this card because it is reflecting perfectly what humanity is going through at the moment. And then the last card that I pulled after channeling that information was the Solitude card reversed. And this card in this reverse position talks about the unhealthy nature and the toxicity of being alone for too long as a human being. So I think as a collective, we have arrived to a point after all that period of isolation where we have to cooperate and we have to stand up for ourselves together. So in order to move forward and to create a new society that is based on love and understanding, we have to be in this together. So this talks about connecting to each other and cooperating with each other and uniting our powers, because being separated from each other no longer serves us. There's nothing more that humanity can learn from that experience. And the fifth dimension is all about the unity consciousness. So it's time to reconnect with each other. Okay, so let me close this video very quickly with pulling another card from this deck. And let's see what the energies of August is and what is our guidance for August. So I'm going to just shuffle the cards very quickly and let's see. So guidance for the collective and humanity as well. Okay, so I think the cards are shuffled now and it started to rain like crazy outside. It's so interesting. So I'm going to choose one card. So let's take this one. Metamorphosis. I hope you can see the card and let's see what the guidance book is saying about it. So it was an upright position. So number 25. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Sounds great. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you are used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you are required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you are being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some losses involved, but you will love what you become. That is the most beautiful card that I could pull, honestly. Even if I tried, it couldn't have been nicer. Like, metamorphosis basically is talking about this change that humanity is going through right now, the releasing of old habits, unhealthy patterns, unhealthy relationships, karmas, baggages that no longer serve us. So this is what August will be about, the energies of August. And not only on a collective level, but on a personal level as well. The closing of those karmic cycles that I have kept talking about. And this is basically confirming as well what the Galactic Federation was saying, that this is not an easy process. And it requires a lot of courage and a lot of standing in our powers. But we can do that definitely. So all the chaos, all the confusion that we are going through right now, collectively and individually as well, is because of this metamorphosis that is taking place right now. Is this transformation, this restructuring that involves losses, but it will be totally worth it. So thank you guys for watching. I think this is the best way to close this video, and sorry about the long video, but I think this guidance was really needed, and it was needed for me as well to talk about these things and to be a messenger of the guidance that I received from the Galactic Federation. So if this message has resonated with you, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, because I am posting new videos every week whenever there's a new guidance and information coming from these high vibrational beings. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your support. Take care of yourselves, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. And I look forward to August and the month's energies. Kisses to you all.